Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Dear students, today we'll learn how to draw the screen for the different screen areas. For example, you've got a 10-inch device, you've got a 9-inch device, sorry, you've got a 7-inch device, you've got 4 or 5 inches, something like that. So you've got a tab or you've got a phone, and how our application, map over all these kind of screens. This is our lecture today. So let me create a new Android application project here, call it, say, I don't know what, call it some map, and do all these things. In the layout here I'm saying just a main so that it will be simpler, right? Okay, say finish, and just go ahead and delete this. Now what I do is this is the little layout, and I'm putting up some layouts here. Say for example linear layout. Okay, put it here, get it done without any these things. Okay, and just go ahead and here you have some margins, and what we do here is, for example, you say to the layout parameters, you say um, match parent is the height and wrap content is this thing. So let me go ahead and make some buttons here. So I got a button here in this, right? I got some couple of buttons, for example. Okay, and I got some text view, maybe putting up some text view and dropping into it. Okay, I've got a lot of things here, right? Maybe you got a lot of things here, that's your choice. Okay, text view, text, but if and this area which is left out, let me drop into it some another layout. Let it be like okay, linear layout. What is the linear layout which has both of these guys, match parent and this thing. Okay, what will be here, it's layout parameters is match parent and match parent. Okay, it's some there are some, and in this I will drop something, image view. Before I drop image view, what I do is we have a software, uh, 1 second, we have a software here what's called as a Resizer. Okay, you open it, open some picture from the picture folder, and we got some sample pictures, for example. Okay, here are the sample pictures. Now what I do is I'm gonna drop this guy, or say for example this mountain, or say for this lighthouse into this. Okay, and what it does is it says finished, so it makes the drawable folders 1 2 3 4. Let me close this and just show you here fully. We got actually I already made it for the penguin, so now here we got lighthouse. Okay, and we got the folders like HDPI, MDPI, XHDPI, XX. This is for different screen resolutions. What I do is I copy it and I go to the Android. Here is my map, and here is the resources. I say right click and paste it, so that I will get the yes to all, so that in the drawables we have different screen for different screen resolutions and different pictures. So I'm gonna lighthouse and all. So I will drop this lighthouse into this image view. So I put the image view here and say lighthouse. Okay, okay, and scale type I say fit XY, so it fits properly into it. And you got button, for example, text view, which is saying here my new app, for example. Okay, and it has some font size. We have to check in some font size, right? Text color, font size, and so on. So we'll have buttons also here. So for example, this text is whatever it is. I don't want to do that. I want to just show you how to map things. So as a text size, for example, I put up some 30 sp text size, that will bigger button, and let this text also be some 30 sp. Okay, oh, text is getting too much of a space, so let me make it a 20 sp. Okay, now whatever it is, I'm putting up this resolution for, this is the Nexus S, but if I switch on to the 10-inch device, what will happen here is it looks a little shrunken up. It looks smaller buttons, a lot of space on the right, but I want that it should map accordingly. So what I do for that is I switch on back to my what was that, the Google Nexus 4 for example. It looks awesome in a Google Nexus 4, and you may have a lot of things, but I'm just showing you something else. So what I do for that is I go into the resources layout, like I have these drawables and I know exactly which drawable to draw according to the screen size. Similarly, I want to say which layout to go for. If for example here, if you go to show up the landscape mode, okay, it's like this. So I want different things for different layouts as well as for different screen sizes. So what I do is I go to the layout here, I say right click, new, and I'm saying here set Android XML file, and I name it same as what's that called, main. I say main. Okay, now I'm saying main, I say next, and here I'm saying size. Add the size, and I want to say this time for the large screen. Okay, say finish. Similarly, I go and say layout. Now you could see here the layout large. Now I'm saying again new, what's that, Android XML file, and again call it main. Okay, and it will tell us the destination file already exists. We want the same name because, and again I'm saying size, and this time I say go for the extra large. Say finish, and now again I said new. I'm saying Android XML file, and this time around I'm saying for, again I'm saying main. Okay, same name, keep same name, say next, and go for what's called as that orientation. Okay, and orientation I want for the landscape this time, so finish. So I got now many guys here. This is the original file. Okay, other guys are just empty. If you open up the landscape for example, that's empty. But what I do is I go to the main file here and I open up its XML. I say Control A, I say copy. Okay, and I go to the main, this guy, and in this I delete everything, and I will say Control V. Okay, similarly I go here for the large screen, I go to the main, I delete everything, Control V, and for extra large I go here and delete everything and say Control V. So we got the different files. Now if you look at here, graphical, this is my main, this is the main for the small device like the Nexus 4 or something. This is for the landscape. Okay, it's for the landscape guy. Here I want to change something. I want more bigger buttons. For example, for the landscape I'm saying for this thing as a 30 sp. Let's see how it looks. Okay, and this button I want also the bigger button. Okay, maybe I want it to be little on this side because it's a linear layout. Or it should have in the, it should have in what, it should have in, if I want it a little bit between, it should have in the, no, relative layout is better to work with. But if if it's a linear layout, let me put up some paddings. What I do here is, for some reason I'm not finding it. So for what I do is I will make it what's called as the text size. Okay, I will call it, I change some paddings. Okay, let me just clear it. Okay, and let me make its text size as, say for example 35. Remember what I did for this guy. Okay, so I don't want to perfectly make it here. I just want to show you how to work with. So I'm going to 30 sp for this 35 sp, and if you say this guy, then it's a 30 sp for when it was for the landscape mode. Now for the large, for example, the large here graphical layout, this is my large. Okay, I want the buttons look bigger again. So first do the text view. What is the text view size? 20. So let me make it say 25 sp. Okay, little bigger, and let me make the button to be as its text size to be as 30 space. Okay, so 30 space. Okay, let me make it 32 sp. If you remember, 35 for was for the other guy. Okay, and text color, for example, you want different colors and so on, and all that, whatever you like want to have, guys. If you have, if it's a large device, it looks a little good. But if I go to the extra large, for example, here extra large, it's a lot of space is left out here. So what I do is I will make my text size to be as 40 sp, 40 sp, and the buttons to be as 50 sp. Let it be 50 sp. Okay, okay. It's still having some lot of spaces on the light. I'm gonna make it a little bigger. Let it be 50 sp as well. 50 sp text, and this one as 60 sp. Okay. Or alternatively, you can make this thing bigger, so that it will fill up the space and all that. Okay. Oh, it's getting fuller. Let it be fuller for this. And now, when we try to look it into the, just save it. If I want to go for example, this guy, and write 4 inch, now you see it has taken the 20 sp text size and all that. But if I move on to the what's called a landscape mode, and you look at it, this is totally mapping up to the different, that's this time around it's running this layout, okay, which is the land. If I move on to the portrait again and go to the, for example, land, I go to the here and it will say generic, and I say 10 inches. Now in the 10 inches, if you see, it's having those changes which were there. Okay, and if you look at the text sizes as well, it's exactly, for example, say text size of this guy is 50 sp, and if it's size 60 sp, this is what we did. And if you switch on to some extra large device, 7-inch device, let me choose some 7-inch device. Okay, that may be the large device. So this is the large device, and what is there in the text 25, and this was like something, its text was on 32 something, 32, yeah. So it's exactly working. So whatever changes you make on here, on the 7-inch, will stay on this 7-inch, and whatever change you make to that, if you go for the landscape again and I look at it, it is showing up things accordingly. Okay, okay. There's again a problem here, if you see, because the landscape for the larger screens, and it's having a lot of space. Or even if I say here the 10-inch, then it will be more, it is this thing. But if you say it's landscape, now it's having a lot of spaces. So what I do is I got to create a new layout again, say new Android XML, say call it main. Okay, say next. This time around, you not only you say size, but you also add up size, but you also add up the orientation, both of guys. Then there are a lot of things that you could see. Okay, and in the size I took the large, and orientation I took the landscape. Both of these guys I finish. Now I got the new layout that is having the large and land. Okay, and what I do is here from the landscape, this is the landscape guy, I just go to the XML and just copy it. Okay, everything, and go to the large and land. Okay, here, and go to the its XML, just paste it. Okay, now come here and just adjust the things according to your usage. If you want to fill this up the whole space, maybe you say like this. Okay, just filling the whole space and all that. You can do different things accordingly as you like, but I'm just showing you some difference. So in this I'm doing this, and now I create another file, new. Okay, landscape I want again for the larger extra large one, and I call the same name, say main. It's showing me the destination file already exists, and the props. Go to the next and add up the size and add up the orientation as well. In the size, say extra large. In orientation, say landscape, say finish. Now I got another guy here. Okay, that's at large and land was there, and now we have the extra large, large, and this is extra large and land. Okay, this guy, say in, close it, Control V. Now what you do is, in this there's a lot of space left. Okay, I want to increase the buttons as well, so let me go text size as say 50 sp. Okay, so it looks better. Let it be, even this guy, I would say 60 xp. Okay, 60 sp something, just to show the difference, otherwise you will make it more sensible. Okay, and button, let me make this button only, not that button, to see the difference. Okay, it's text size, text size. Oh, what is that size? Okay, text size, and let it be 70 sp. Okay, this button I'm changing. Okay, and this guy I fill up the space. Okay, fill it, and I say save. Now if I go to the portrait again, and I just go on to the Access 4 device. Okay, this is one Access 4 device. Go to the portrait. Okay, now you go to the generic and 10-inch device, and it will load up that guy which we are taking about. It says showing a lot of space there. Say portrait. Okay, is it portrait? No, it's not. It's portrait. Let me portrait. Portrait is this guy for the large. And if I go its landscape mode, it will take up. Now this is the thing. It is taking up from the large, extra large, right? Which is filling up the whole space, and the button, the last button was this. And if I go for the, let me go to portrait again. Okay, let me take up the, this time the largest device, that's 7, not the extra large. And okay, then it's I'm saying portrait. Okay, oh, there's a little problem with this. I'm saying portrait. Okay, but I'm saying generic, and I'm saying 7-inch device. There's some little problem with this 7-inch device. Okay, now we go 7-inch device, and it's working fine. If you say it's landscape, it's working perfectly fine. It's taking up the exactly which was what was meant. This is the extra that is taken from this guy, large and land. Does it make sense? The another thing is what's called the fragment, which you can uh, have a different screens on a different basically different activities to show on a different screen sizes. You know, if a small screen, you show two different activities on a two. But if you have a large screen, you can get two screens, two different activities to show on a single screen. That's what's called a fragment that we'll see next.